Hey everybody, welcome to another video episode here on Poor Redneck World, the YouTube channel dedicated to old car, trucks, vans, SUVs, lawn tractors, lawnmowers, and well, anything redneck. So as you can see, we've got some leaves among us. It is, after all, fall here in Oklahoma, the fall of 2014, and I figured I'd do a little bit of update videos after getting home from work, so let's go. So this is the 2001 Oldsmobile Silhouette, which has been sitting here, as you can see, for a little while. Thankfully, I will not be going any farther on this project. After the owner found out what was going to be involved in repairing it, i.e. needing to remove the entire engine, and what's involved in that process, and of course how much I would have to charge him, given the fact that I don't have the quite necessary equipment to be able to do it, because you've got to unbolt the entire undercarriage, subframe beneath with the motor and transmission in place, and basically lift the entire van about 4 foot off the ground to clear the engine, and I don't really have the means to do that right now, nor the time. So we will, as soon as I actually get a day off work and get a hold of the owner, we will be hauling this back. So this project, as far as I'm concerned, is done. But this is not the project that I want to talk about. We've actually got another project here on the property. So let's go take a look at that. So here's the new project that we have here at Poor Redneck World. This is an 02 PT Cruiser. So this is really here to be sold, to be honest, but whether or not it's going to be a project in terms of the mechanics is going to depend, for the most part, until whether or not I find a comparable year PT Cruiser with a good running engine for cheap. So, brief background history on this car. My friend's dad bought it off of Craigslist, blown head gasket, severely warped head. Bought it for an in-law. Didn't want to go through the top end, so he bought an engine from a U-Pull Auto Parts that came out of an 04 PT Cruiser, which apparently is not compatible with the 02. Something about the crankshaft position sensor and some other things, you can't put it in. So then he decided to try to pull the head off of the 04 motor to put it on the 02 block, and apparently came across other difficulties in that endeavor. Apparently there's something with the heads between the 02 and 04 that are not compatible. I don't know, I wasn't there. Well, in the end, bottom line, he took the original cylinder head, took it to a machine shop, had it completely rebuilt, apparently found out that it was very severely warped. They had to apparently mill it to the absolute maximum that you can mill a head, and it's back on the engine, and it does run and it does drive. However, it was, they said that you can't mill this head any further. It was like at the maximum level. Well, he gave it to the in-law after tagging it, and she drove it around. Well, it consumes oil. She says, I can't find it leaking, and I don't see it smoking. Well, he gave up on it. He does not want to put any more money into it. He couldn't find any leaks, and he never saw it smoking either. So we're basically going to try to sell this car. It's going to be a vehicle that's going to be sold at a loss, no matter which way you slice it, unless I can come up with a good running PT Cruiser engine for a couple $100 and stick it in there and make it a good car. Got a friend that works at a car lot who said even with the minor body damage it has, clean it up, get a good engine in it, it's worth between $1,800 and $2,500, which would put him in a position to make a little something if we got, say, $2,000, $2,500 out of it. But I've been looking, I'm so far not finding any engines for this car. So it's probably just going to be sold as is, as a redneck mechanic special. I mean, it does run, it does drive. I drove it here from the town in which it was sitting, which is about 15 miles, give or take. So, I mean, it runs, it drives, all that good stuff, which you're about to see. Now, the interior doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look wonderful. Stupid tree limb. Get off me. It doesn't look horrible, but the smell in this car is not pleasant. And it smells of must, like a closet that's been closed up for years, with moisture getting into it. Hey, look at that. We've got a little... Let's see if we're gonna... Got a little friend on the windshield there. Probably not gonna focus. And I don't have much battery left. Okay, so forget our little friend. Okay, there's the mileage. 238, 218, so that's 238,218 miles. Over 200 grand on it. And so let's, oh yeah, and it's a stick shift, which I don't see very many of these PT Cruisers with a stick. Let's see. Well, the check engine light is staying out this time. It was on when I drove it up here. It's a little low in oil, but not significant. There's a tailpipe. You can just kinda, I can just see it. I don't know if the camera can. Maybe if you zoom in, you got a really good computer. It's just kind of smoking just a little bit, which is why they never really noticed it. But here's what brought it to my attention first off the bat, before I ever drove the car home. And let's get something here with some contrast. Let's get a leaf. Nice yellow fall leaf. This is a pretty good indicator. Well, I didn't get very much there. Soot. And it's on my finger. Oily soot. That was the first indicator that she burns oil. And on the way here from where it was at, my friend was following me in the truck and said, when you're cruising, it's just kind of smoking, just kind of. But when you start climbing a hill, put the engine under an actual load, then it becomes apparent that she's a smoker. And if I had battery life and some place to prop this camera, what I'd try to do is I'd probably set it back here and rev it to see if it'll show any smoking. But you know, it is running pretty good. But he said it does smoke when you really give it the gas, when you're really putting the engine under a load. Well, I'm not seeing any smoke apparent, but as you can see, it does run good. So go ahead and kill that. Put it in gear. Emergency brake on. Okay, good. Alright, so, but you know, it is what it is. Needs some cleaning. That much is certain. I'm gonna get my friend's steam cleaner and try to clean up the interior just a skosh, and then hit it with a bunch of Febreze to see if I can kill off some of the odor. It's that musty, like something's been closed up for way too long kind of odor. But you know, yes, it does have a little body issues. Scratch there. I don't remember what they said. Let's see, there was, oh, right, deer damage. That fender, that was caused by deer impact. Somebody hit Bambi in a PT Cruiser. How horrible. Here's my little friend. Hello. Hello. leave our walking stick be. Okay, so what can I say? 02 PT Cruiser, purple. Just because of the color, I'm going to name this one Project Grape Ape. I'd say the color works for that title. It is tagged, it does run, it does drive. 5-speed standard, it smokes. So, oh yeah, and cracked windshield. Naturally, every damn thing I always get has a freaking cracked windshield. I don't get it. So, anyway, that's the project that we're going to be screwing with. I'm mainly going to be doing interior work on it just to try to clean the smell up, give it a bath. All the lights and everything I already know works, even the radio works. It's just an oil burner. That's it. So that's what we're going to be working on here directly as soon as I get my next paycheck, get some Febreze in and go get the shampooer. And so that's what we'll be working on. Thanks for watching. Comments welcome. And thank you for following my channel for those who do. And a very quick note before I sign off. For anybody who remembers, I got rid of the 96 Dodge Neon and ended up getting this 07 Dodge Caliber. Well, this is actually the first week that I've had her back from the shop, and I will go into this detail on this Dodge Caliber. I don't know, probably here in the next few days I'll make a quickie wiki video on what I learned about the Dodge Calibers, and specifically the variable valve timing engines that these Dodge Calibers possess. You might call it a public service announcement on this car when I film it. So I'll make a film on that, and maybe today I'll get around to working on that, which is my friend's GMC, also an 07, needs an oil change and needs the speed controller for the heater and AC replaced. So maybe I'll get around to doing a film on that. Don't know. Alright, Dodge Caliber, 07 GMC, and 02 PT Cruiser. And on the other side of the house, an 01 Oldsmobile Silhouette piece of crap minivan. Got some things going. Thanks for watching.